With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. To the air right away is Brady. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. Throwing is Brady on third down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And they will take over first and 10. At their own 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Newton. And Walker has it. Gets past one man. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. First carry, here's for Kenneth Walker to third. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Off play action, Newton. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bearsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. First carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10.
What an advantage having an elite guy to build a defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
20.
From the gun, here's Newton. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, trying to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. A huge play there for Chicago. 45 yards on the ground. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the 1st half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's brought in by Greg Jennings. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Brady going to go on 4th down. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll pick up the 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Fred Warner. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We score. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Newton. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamel Dean. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, well, we look at the defense. They came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Brady now on 1st down. It's Jackson again on the reception. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Brady. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown. Devin Hester as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. From the 6. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game.
Cam Newton all alone. And all the way in for the touchdown. A tremendous run there by the best quarterback to ever do it, Cam Newton. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Hester to return from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Brady now to throw. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Throw out wide to Walker. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. On second down, it's Walker. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ken Walker taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Hester to return from his end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it first and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Throwing on first down is Brady. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's second and 20. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Oh, he's got Hester complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down. Here's Brady. And he fires one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Got a man, it's Randy Moss, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A tight game in the 4th quarter. You and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On second down, a run with Patterson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, Patterson. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Back to throw, Brady. Touchdown, Bears! Devin Hester with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Cam to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now Newton. And that's intercepted yet. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a 1st down. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Throwing is Newton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Hester to return from his end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe call is to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now Brady. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. Hester to return from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead, but ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll drop this down to Jackson, and he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give. This is Bo running left. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. You bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You've got a chance to rumble.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now Brady. Now they go screen. It's complete. They find some open field here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
And when you have success throwing the football, cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now a handoff inside, it's Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
They'll run with Patterson. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. One more time with Patterson. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head, we could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all, and then to get there and finish it what I would call old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there that we ran it in. And again, just a great game that we bore witness to. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. 20. Newton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
20.
Here's Newton. And his pass incomplete. Should have been picked. Oh, there's a miss on a two-point conversion. But still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it. You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before. Down to the final play. That's where we win in this one, a dramatic finish. And I know that the field goal was going to be pretty long, but to not kick the field goal, at least take the chance to win there with 3, what did you think, partner?
You know that in pregame, as he warms up,